Let's rock.
Please welcome Jerry Ballard.
Where the hell did my notebook go?
Good afternoon, everybody. One more time. It's great to be in Denver, and it's time for something really special. You know, like I said, I've been here a year, and I've gotten to know some really great people, and we're about to do something we've never done before. Like everything else we do is always new, right? As we look at corporate, we start looking at people's earnings from the first $25 check you get. We start watching and observing and making sure that people are doing things the right way, the best way, the Empower way, right? And we started figuring out that there needed to be a way to recognize those people that have really broken through the top level. And so for us, that's $1 million. And so it's my pleasure as the Chief Operating Officer for Empower to celebrate these individuals who've been able to earn over $1 million in commission through their membership in Empower Network. The first person that I'm going to talk about tonight is someone who has taken Empower Network by storm. Back in December, I didn't even know who this person was. So back in December of 2012, they were nowhere. They weren't even on the radar screen. And in 1 month with Empower, this person made $700,000. Now, there are ways to make money, and then there are ways to make money. $700,000 in 1 month's not too bad. But this person's also brought a culture of training, a culture of teaching, a culture of behaving in a way which makes all of us proud of his actions. He's done some things with training his people that we've never seen before. And many of us are trying to copy, which is the sincerest form of flattery that you can give a person in Empower. They do something, you want to try to do it as well. And we encourage that in our company. He's got a large family, and I know his wife would love to be here, but she's with child. So I know that I'm hoping she's watching live, and if she is, I know you're a great big part of his success. You bring him stability at home so he can do the things he does here. So I want to say thank you to you as well. And without further ado, I'd like to bring up Vic. Now I heard people yelling watches, and that would be so lame-ass I can't even think about it. Because in Empower, we don't do anything lame. So if you're going to do something, you go to the people who make Super Bowl rings, and you say, we want an Empower ring. So they're going to show this on the screen, but I'm going to give it to them in person. Vic, I'd like to present you as the first ever member of the Empower Network Millionaires Club.
Thank you so much. Wow. Wow. That is awesome. Am I on? Hello, hello. That's awesome. What do you guys think of it? Wow. What do you guys think about what they presented just a few minutes ago? I think, man, I think they're about to just. I don't even have the words to describe what's about to go down with Empower Network. Yeah. Folks, I'm not the type of guy who wants to brag a lot, right? But hey, this is a cool thing to show, right? How many of you guys, how many of you guys want to be in the millionaire circle? Yeah? 8 years ago, if you would tell me that I would be on stage in front of 6,000 people, this thing is heavy, man. It's like, I thought my Rolex was heavy, but this is heavier than Rolex, But 8 years ago, if you would tell me I'd be on stage in front of like 5,500, 6,000 people here, getting an income ring representing, over $1 million earned in, for me it was like 7 months, And when folks talking about the incomes of here, I gotta be compliant, obviously. Results are not typical. Results will vary, right? But
all got in a ring.
I don't know if I would believe you, if you would tell me that 8 years ago. So that's why I'm so passionate about what I do, and that's why I'm confident and I'm convinced 1,000% that no matter what your situation is, and if I could start out being, broke, didn't have a dollar to my name, we were at the point in my life, my wife and I, and I could go from being in that position to being here on stage right now, and this is just the beginning. That's what really is exciting. Is this is just the beginning, folks. Okay, you gotta believe it. So, how many of you guys want to know how I got here? Yeah, I will. I was sitting there, and they have me speaking tomorrow. So I'm like, I'm gonna teach you guys some really, my personal things that like, boom, boom, boom. Here's how you do it. Okay, you guys ready? I'll teach that to you tomorrow. I don't have the time right now, but I just want to thank you, Empower Network, Jerry, Dave, and Dave. I appreciate you guys. I think what's about to happen here in the next 30 to 60 days and then beyond, I think it's going to absolutely shift the whole industry in a different direction. I personally think that what these guys have presented to us is like Facebook and blogging and Twitter and something else combined, all in one package, right? I think I was just watching that kind of stuff sitting there, and I'm like, I'm going to triple my income just from that, because my belief in this company, my belief in the product went like this right now. I knew that Empower Network is a vehicle I wanted to attach my name to, right? But you will not make a lot of money if you don't believe in the product, right? And do you guys agree that what these guys just showed us is going to be like a piece of cake to sell? You guys agree that? Yeah. So. I just want to, thank you guys. That's it. Thank you guys. Talk to you tomorrow.
Can you stay right here a bit?
Yeah.
Why don't you stay right here? So I suppose I should say your results may vary. Obviously, we have income disclaimers, and we're very good at using them now, right? So I want to talk about this next person. Can you imagine sitting in your cube after spending many years in college getting their degree, plodding away and hoping someday you'll be able to afford nice things and take your family to nice places and do all those things, and then you have an idea that you'd like to, I don't know, join Empower Network. And you go to your spouse and you say, I want to quit my job, pretty well-paying job, and go out and do Empower Network. That's a tough thing to do. You're asking a lot of your spouse and of your family to be able to trust that you'll be able to do better than, not the same as, better than you were doing before. And I suppose being an engineer is a very reputable degree to have, right? A lot of people would love for their children to become engineers. That is something that we would all strive for. And so one day you're an engineer, you're plodding away, and you decide you're going to quit that job and take that risk. And you've got to have a heck of a woman behind you, or a man behind you, ladies, right? Who's going to be able to do that? There are people who come into your life who are very special. and they have a certain attitude about them, right? They just have a certain energy, like they give it off. As they walk by you, you feel it, right? And you don't know what is it about them that makes them so special. Why do they have that energy? That's because they don't fear anything. And we all want that, don't we? Yes. So I've met this person when I first joined the company, and he was trying to explain to me about network marketing, and I know absolutely nothing at the time. And I probably still don't know as much as you guys do. But he took the time to sit down with me and explain it to me. And he could have been out making money during that time. He didn't have to do that. And I know he's taken time with his teams and with many of you in this room and all over Empower Network to share his wisdom. But it comes from the family that he belongs to. I know his parents are here. I know his family is here. His children are here. And I know Jessica's here. Different Jessica. Just make sure before you jump on that one. But it would be a horrible thing if we did not recognize one of the foremost leaders of Empower Network and the next member of the Millionaires Club, Mr. Lawrence Tam.
I feel like I'm like gonna bust out into like a superhuman kind of deal. Like I got something that just wants to come out. And all right, let me just spit it out. In brightest day, in darkest night, let no evil escape my light. And that's all I remember. But this is crazy. This is like probably worth more than like everything I own, probably. I mean, can I still be called frugal? Yeah, can you still be frugal with, I don't know, it's heavy too. But I do want to say the reason this is happening, true story, if I wasn't married, $5,000 a month, I would just be staying at home playing video games and eating Doritos. No, me and Doritos are good friends, so Doritos, like really. But I had a wife and kids, and I never really thought about it, but my hand's shaking. But this is crazy because I didn't want you to work so you can go home and stay with the kids. This is crazy, man. This is crazy. It's just crazy. If you help enough people get what they want, you just get showered with giant rings, man. It's nuts. It's nuts. I don't know what to say. Thank you for everybody here. I mean, this is the dream. We came here to make a lot of people money because we were tired of weenie checks. No joke. I wanted to quit my business because I was burnt out making $3 commissions. This is a dream you can live right now.
Isn't it awesome, man? This thing is like, it's heavier than my Rolex, I'm serious. Cool stuff. How does it feel, man? Incredible, yeah?
That hard journey.
Worth it. Worth it.
So, way to go, Lawrence. So, I haven't known a lot about network marketing. I've said that, but then you kind of, like I said, you come to Empower Network, you get a part of it, and then you start finding out who the bedrocks and foundation of our organization are, right? The people that we come to depend on to do the right thing and show us how to do things. This next gentleman has spent a lot of time in network marketing. Has had great highs. And has come all the way down to the bottom. Then comes to Empower, based on the story he's told me, not knowing a lot about online marketing and blogging and all of this stuff, but he's been willing to learn. And as someone who's been in the industry a while, most of those guys come and tell you how it is, right? I'm a guru, I'll tell you how to do it. There's only one way to do it, it's my way to do it. And then you run into people like this person who comes in and says, show me what you know. They listen, they learn, and they grow. And then they get to be a millionaire at Empower Network. But what you also know is there's a certain humility that comes from this person. That while they may be, whenever he's on stage, you may think, God, he just knows exactly what he's going to say and knows where he's going and knows exactly what he's going to do. He still has nervousness up here.
Hey, show it, man. There you go.
As sure as he is, and as homespun as he is, and the good stories that you get. But you know that all comes from his upbringing and his family support and his wife, Jessica. So maybe there's a key here. You get a wife, Jessica? No, that's not it. God, I was thinking that. But you know, his family's very strong in his life, and he has very strong morals and beliefs. And he has taught many of us how to do things. I'll tell this story because my folks in my office know. He knows we were working really hard growing the team last year around this time, and we didn't really have a lot of time to stop when we were growing customer support. And so he sent down lunch for the whole office. And it wasn't because he wanted something from us. He just wanted us to know that there were people out there who cared about us and the work that we were doing. And he didn't have to do that. That says a lot about him. And when you're in this industry, there are people who walk by and are once in a lifetime. And I truly believe this person to be one of those people. The next member in the Millionaires Club, Tony Rush.
Thank you, man. Oh my God. Thank you, man. Thank you for your words. Look at this. You got me, Jerry. You got me there. I'm not often speechless. Jessica will tell you. Poor thing barely gets the word in edgewise at home. I'm in awe. I'm genuinely in awe. The ring's awesome. Jerry's words, I think, I don't know of anything that could top the respect of my peers here. And we love you guys. We would not be here without you, our team, but also this entire community. Thank you so much for, I love you too. Thank you for, thank you for having more desire than excuses. You guys inspire us more than you possibly know. Every email we get, every phone call of somebody saying, I just made my first $25, Jessica and I, it's that fist in the air. It's that they're doing it. It's that celebration. We love to see you guys winning. And thank you for all the support. Your smiles and your words are far kinder than we feel like we deserve. But at every event, we feel so loved and supported by you guys. Jessica, thank you for hanging in there with me. Things were lean for a long time. And I love you very, very much.
I don't think I can say anything.
Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Jerry.
I'm actually going to do these next two together because I wasn't supposed to do it that way, but I'm going to take liberty. So I'm going to come back and get both. Just hold on that one for a second. I'm just holding this. This is kind of like a safety net for me of being up here because if I hold on to it and squeeze it hard enough, I don't get as nervous. Almost a year ago to the day, I was running my own company, and I got a call to come help Empower Network hire its employees. And I was like, what's Empower Network? what's network marketing and who the hell are Dave Sharp and Dave Wood? Knowing nothing, right? I came in, I'm meeting, and I get talked into helping these guys start hiring people. And we hire people and we hire people. And then one day, there's this conversation like, hey, dude, you seem like a pretty smart guy. How would you like to run the company for us on a day-to-day basis? And I was like, you know what? Nope. Not really interested. Yeah, you know, I got my own company. I'm doing my own thing. You know, really don't need that. So I'm supposed to be taking my son up to college, and then they say, hey, can you fly down to Tampa to talk to us? And, oh, yeah, sure, I'll fly down to Tampa. Not knowing that there was trickery afoot because Dave Wood had flown up from Costa Rica and was at the office when I got there and said, hey, would you like to go to lunch? Well, somewhere in there I got hypnotized. I'm not sure exactly how it happened, but I said yes. And what has happened since has been the greatest part of my life. I better take that back. The only thing greater was the day I asked my wife to marry me. But having said that and clean that right up for everybody, yeah, there's my disclaimer. It was not an income disclaimer, it was a relationship disclaimer. But I had an opportunity then to work for two gentlemen who I am old enough to be their father, which I had never done before in my career. And I have learned so much, as have you. If you think about your life before Empower, it brings some images to you, doesn't it? What does it mean to be lost sometimes? What does it mean to not have a vision, a way to go, a path to travel, a person to believe in, a group of people who care about you? And that comes from two people who are true leaders, not just in this industry, not just to their families, but to all of us in this room and all of you watching online. And if you know them, you know they're not scripted. They don't get a teleprompter. There's nothing up here telling them what to say. You know? They come up here and they speak from their hearts and from their heads. And what you know about them is they only know how to speak the truth. When you're across from them or on the stage looking at them, you may feel one thing. When you're alone with them in the room, talking to them, it's another. And what you know is they only tell the truth. And the truth of the matter is there could be no better members of the Empower Network Millionaires Club than Dave Wood and Dave Sharp.
That's cool. That's like one of the most gigantic things ever.
Yeah, I'll do it. I would just let them talk.
This is badass. You know, I'd never actually even seen these till right now. Power Rings Unite! I gotta say something goofy.
I think what makes this special is you guys. That's what makes it special. When I went down to Dave's house the first time back in 2011, and Lawrence actually was there, we were all burnt out. We were all burnt out. We were tired of doing what we were doing. We were tired of people around us not succeeding. We were tired of working 18 hours a day and not liking it. Sometimes today we work 18 hours a day and we love it, and it doesn't feel like work. because the people around us are succeeding. And that's the difference. To me, this, every time I look at this, from now on out, I'm going to think about you. I'm going to think about you guys who supported us, all of the people along the way, all of the family members, all of the friends, all of the people who I've been involved in this industry with for a long time now, right? Like I said last night, these guys are not, and these girls are not, just business associates. And they're not just teammates. To me, they're family. So, thank you guys.
We love you, Sharp.
I'm going to keep this real short here. When I wanted to start this company, it wasn't because I wanted to make $1 million. It's the truth. It's because of you. And the beautiful thing about this is it's a symbol. It's a symbol of what you can do, right? And I hope when you guys see us with the checks, when you see us with the rings, when you see the stories with Vic, the stories with Lawrence. Lawrence was about to quit when he came down to my house. I mean, I think he mentioned that, but I can't hear it because back there it sounds like wah, 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 when people are talking, right? Tony was burnt out. He's broke. I didn't even know that. Jessica told me today that they couldn't even afford to pay the $500 product when they got in. This is a symbol of what you can do, right? So real quick, this is really all I've got to say. I want everybody in here. Everybody here remember what this looks like? You seen it up on the screen? Can you guys see this here? Just capture that image in your mind for a second. I want you to hold up your hand, close your eyes, and I want you to imagine that ring on your finger. And imagine yourself standing on the stage with that ring, getting a ring for earning $1 million in commissions because you decided to step it up, because you decided to have a dream, because you decided to take massive action, because you decided to focus for the next 60 days, because you decided that you're going to be all that you could be. And imagine yourself putting this on because that's why these are here, as a symbol for what you can be. You guys can all be up here. You guys can all be getting a check on stage. You guys can all become great in Empower Network. You guys can all do what Tony Rush and Lawrence Tam and myself and Vic and Dave have done. You guys can all be here if you, right now, make a decision that you're going to do it. Years ago, I was standing in the back of a room. More people than this. There's about 12 or 15,000 people. And there's Bill Britt standing on the stage. He just passed away this year, right? And I remember I was up in the back, the corner, right? Like around where that person is, walking around in the aisle up there. And I was standing back there, pacing back and forth because I couldn't sit down, right? And I was mad. And I said, someday, somehow, some way, Bill Britt, I'll be on a stage in front of thousands of people. I'll be impacting people all over the world. I'll be speaking life into people and helping people transform themselves and have a dream. And I will be there because I've got a dream. Who in here has a dream? Who in here has a dream? You can be here. You can be here. Come on, guys. Come on up. Guys, this is just the start. Who in here believes that this is just the start? I think we're taking a photo or something, so holding the rings, like the power rings.
Yeah.
Combine.
Put your hands in here, baby.
Yeah, get in here. All right, on 3, power rings unite. 1, 2, 3.
Empower rings unite.
That was funny.
That's great.
So guys, who's pumped up about what they saw today?
Come on, folks.
Who's ready to go out there and really make this happen?
Who's pumped up?
Who's ready to go out there and fight the forces of evil?
Get pumped up.
Then let's do it. Love you guys. Yeah, that's some bad